Justice League Defenders of Earth. The Justice League. So anyways, this is the top 10 greatest Justice League members. And before you get in your head, this is not the most powerful. Like, power isn't even a contest in this. So don't even get that started. This is top 10 greatest. These are the most influential and the most impactful members of the team. Starting off at number 10 spot is Black Canary. Now, Diana Lance was born into the crime-fighting business. Her mother was a vigilante and her father a cop. She grew up surrounded in the company of heroes, and after years of training, followed in her parents' footsteps by assuming the costume, identity, and legacy of her mother, the Black Canary. While many see her as just a partner with Green Arrow, and the relationship is a big part of our identity, she is also a strong and compelling character and Justice League member in her own right. After Crisis on Infinite Earths, Black Canary, alongside Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman, and Martian Manhunter, helped to form the Justice League of America. Diana mostly filled the role of Batman, with a little bit of Wonder Woman mixed in there for good measure. During this time, Canary became significantly more interesting, unique, and dangerous. I mean, she was just a human on a team of virtual gods. While other big Crisis events have gotten rid of this Justice League's origin, Black Canary is still a prominent member of the team alongside the Big Seven, and has served as a league chairman, the spokeswoman, and even their leader for a time. Number 9 is the Atom. Ray Palmer was the second hero to take up the name Atom, and was one of the many Silver Age reboots to have more sci-fi backgrounds. Equipped with an ingenious mind and the dwarf star matter powered ability to shrink, the Atom is one of the greatest heroes in the DC universe and one of the greatest members of the Justice League. Sometime after becoming the new Atom, Ray was extended an offer to join the Justice League of America, an offer that he gladly accepted. I mean, wouldn't you? However, Palmer felt out of place, like he was the weakest member of the group because he just had the ability to shrink. But let me tell you, that wasn't the case at all. Ray's brilliant intellect allowed the team to survive many dangerous threats and take down robots, energy beings, and other phenomenon. Due to personal issues, Ray stepped down and just became a reserve member, but he was eventually brought back in as a part of the secret team of Justice League members who were just there to get their hands dirty when a Leaguer's loved one is threatened. In the New 52, there was another Atom named Rhonda Pineda who became a part of the Justice League. But we're not going to talk about her because she turned out to be a villain. Who knew? Number 8 is Aquaman. The son of an Atlantean princess and a lighthouse keeper from the town of Amnesty Bay, Arthur Curry would grow up to become the superhero Aquaman, and later take on his birthright as King of Atlantis. Aquaman is one of the original founding members of the Justice League, alongside Batman, Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and Martian Manhunter. In the New 52, he's a founding member once again, although this time it's a bit more reluctantly. There was even a time when Aquaman led his own offshoot of the Justice League, called Detroit Justice League, which was composed of all of the heroes that could devote their full time to the League. This didn't last long though, and Aquaman left the group to return to Atlantis. While Aquaman is really a kingly badass who is basically a demigod underneath the water, he is still considered to be the weakest link out of the Big Seven, which is what brings him down on this list. Number 7 is Hal Jordan. With the ability to overcome great fear and harness the power of will, test pilot Hal Jordan was chosen to be the Green Lantern of Sector 2814. That's us, that's Earth. Through sheer willpower and determination, Hal has established an impressive record of heroism across the galaxy with the help of fellow Green Lanterns and the Justice League. Hal is a founding member of the League and is one of the Big Seven. He's a major powerhouse for the team, and while he's always been cool, it wasn't until his road trip journeys with the fellow Leaguer Green Arrow that the character developed some real depth. Speaking of which, Green Arrow is our number 6 pick. When Green Arrow was created, he was largely intended to be a knockoff of Batman, and in fact, he was even placed in the Justice League of America to take the place of Batman in the book. The rationale was that with all the books that Batman and Superman were already in, readers would be burned out by having the pair also appear in a JLA book. During those early years, Green Arrow offered little to the title, but all that changed in the hard-traveling hero storyline, where Green Arrow developed a new liberal attitude and his trademark goatee. After this new development, Green Arrow became the new voice of reason and humanity for the team. He even wanted to get rid of the Watchtower because he thought that having a headquarters floating above the earth removed the human element, placing them above the people they swore to protect. It made it too easy for the group to forget that the world is full of suffering, as they all sat in judgment above, waiting for things to go wrong, rather than actually taking steps to prevent it. Basically, he's the human element in the group. Number 5 is Wonder Woman. Inspired as the female equivalent of Superman, Wonder Woman was perhaps the powerhouse for the Justice Society of America, so it makes sense that she would become a founding member of the Justice League. While she is a founding member, she hasn't been given the respect or character development that she deserved. She wasn't given a very strong presence in the books, with people favoring Batman and Superman, and she has become one of the first members to resign from the League. This all changed though in Grant Morrison's JLA, where she was written as the character that she deserves to be. A warrior princess with the power of Superman and the fighting skill of Batman, which is a deadly combination. Ever since, she's been a powerful and prominent member of the League. Number 4 is Barry Allen. While it was a tough choice between Barry and Wally West, I eventually had to go with the original Scarlet Speedster. Why? So Barry's a founding member of the team, the first chairperson for the group, and is really the heart and the soul of the team. The way he sacrificed himself to defeat the Anti-Monitor during Crisis on Infinite Earths is really what the Justice League, and well, being a hero is all about. Giving of yourself, sacrificing of yourself, even to the point of death, for the good of others. Number 3 is Martian Manhunter. The strong silent type, Martian Manhunter is often found standing in the background of the Watchtower. But don't be misled by this. John Jones is one of the premier members of the League, one of the greatest powerhouses, and is also the heart and the soul of the team. Yeah, I know I just said Barry's the heart and soul, but for a team this big, there can be more than one character that embodies the heart of the team. Manhunter is also a founding member of the League and has led the Justice League and several variations of the League on multiple occasions. Number 2 is Batman. Batman is a member of the Big Seven, founding member of the Justice League, member of DC's Trinity, and arguably the star of the Justice League. What's interesting about Batman is that he's just a human among this team of gods, but he's still able to hold his own and has even emerged as a leader among the team. He's the group's realist, the cynic, the dark side. Batman is the one that keeps the team in check, even going so far as to have protocols for defeating the JLA. And it's his job to make sure that they all work together and never get out of line. So before we get to our number 1 pick, I would like to throw in an honorable mention. Plastic Man. Patrick Eel O'Brien was just a normal sleazy criminal until he's saved from a vat of acid by Batman. The acid ended up giving Plastic Man the incredible ability to bend his body into any imaginable form. He's been a prominent member of the Justice League and was even considered to be a member of the Big Seven for a while when Aquaman was no longer on the League. Plastic Man is the comic relief and the comedian of the team, but underneath his joking exterior, he's a valuable asset in any situation. So our number 1 pick, you probably could have guessed it since he hasn't been on the list yet. It's Superman. Superman is undeniably the greatest member of the Justice League. He's a member of the Big Seven, member of the DC Trinity, and founding member of the League. He's also the face of goodness, righteousness, and justice. The Man of Steel has always represented trust and humanity to find its way and hope for a better tomorrow. Superman is basically a messiah figure, one who heralded the advent of the superhero and whose face, unmasked and bare to the world, is a symbol of light to see Earth through its darkest hours. And at the end of the day, after all this is said and done, that's what the Justice League is all about. To serve as a symbol of hope and light, vowing to protect and care for Earth, even through its darkest hours. So that's it. Those are the top 10 greatest members of the Justice League. What do y'all think? Who's your favorite member of the team? Sound off in the comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Also, if you have any ideas for future videos, sound off down there too. And you have